Growing up, Barb was always by the water or on a boat. Over the years, she watched her dad, Clint, construct and work on several boats used by their family. Barb talked about wanting to build a boat just like her father did. A couple of years ago, she purchased plans and constructed a small wooden motorboat made from scratch. Built right in our garage, she used marine-grade plywood and connected the pieces using the stitch and glue method. The boat was coated with fiberglass and epoxy. We now enjoy using this boat, which was aptly named Mr. Clint in honor of her boat-loving dad. Looking back, we wish we had documented the construction of Mr. Clint. Barb's current project is a 1950s-style runabout boat. The only difference in this project is that we purchased a kit rather than cutting each piece of wood ourselves. It is still quite a journey and uses the same techniques as the previous build, including the same methods of joining the wood pieces together, using fiberglass, epoxy, stain, some paint, and lots of sandpaper. You can see some of the progress we've made so far here, starting with just the kit in flat boxes, then to the beginning of the stitch and glue, putting the outside of the boat together, and some fiberglass. Please follow along as Barb shows her weekly progress in this new journey.
Hi, um, welcome to the channel, and this week is going to be, I've been saying it for 3 weeks I think, and this week though is actually going to be a lot of pieces put in. I have on the floor, I'm going to epoxy all of these. I did those so that all the bottoms, they actually are for the back compartments and the transom supporter. And these will go down first, and I'll show you when I do that, but first I have to epoxy them and let them dry. That's the second coat. I have to epoxy these. These both go over those top in the back. And then I have my step arrangement. I have all my wax paper on the floor, because then if you epoxy, the wood won't stick to the floor or stick to the wood. It'll just go to the wax paper and you just pull that off. These are the Carlins. The Carlins actually run, they have to trim them to length. They run in the inside. These grooves, they actually sit right into these grooves, and they bend around and you epoxy them. So they're for the inside. I have the same ones that are longer that go for the outside, but those are called like the outwales. So I'm going to get started so that I can get these done. I got a heater in here, and I'm going to have another heater just to get them dry, because it's pretty cold out, and epoxy takes forever to dry in the cold, so you have temperatures. I got to make sure that they're the right temperatures. So I'm going to go mix myself up some epoxy, just unthickened, and then get to work on these. So now, I'm going to turn the fan on, try to get some air circulating in here so I can get this dried. And then when this dries, I'll come back out and I'll start installing them. Now, I've already installed, which I'm not sure if I showed you, see the floor, those two outer floorboards? I got them in there. And so then I'll install these pieces all here. They're gonna all go in the back in, oops, I hope I'm not making you sick here, in this area. And then in that area over there, go one piece, the transom stiffener goes right here. And then this piece over here, I believe I'm gonna end up putting it down there. So that's where I am. See, now I'm at the way better part. I mean, I get to do something different. And yeah, it's just kind of getting really cool that I'm going to put these pieces in the side, inside, and then I believe I'm getting pretty close to installing the whole decking, which that is going to be really cool. All right, enough talking. I'll see you later on today. Thanks for watching. So one of the great things, my big goals, is actually mix up exactly what you need. Exactly. And that was perfect. Because I talked to you before about me being cheap. I hate spending all that money on that epoxy stuff and throwing anything away. And that was the perfect mix to finish all the panels. And I mean, that was great. Anyways, I'm gonna turn the fan back on. And then I'm gonna let the stuff dry. I was in there and I'm like, wait a minute, I could be filling those side panels in. But it was hard because, you know, wax paper is really slippery to walk on, especially when the bottom of your shoes have no tread left. So anyways, I'm gonna head in for a little while and let the drying process go. I'm gonna install this carling now, runs up the side, but splinter. Yikes. I have to cut it to a certain length, so I gotta trim it. Jigsaw, I mean, not sander. And the hand one was just handy. So now I gotta mix up some thickened epoxy to run up here, and then I'm going to put it into the grooves and set it, clamp it. This one right here is the second one. I'll show you a picture of this the way I've got to go in, but I can't do it now because I got to do the other one first, and then I got to let it dry, and I can do the other side. So let's see here. Back to the epoxy table. mask on, but you can't hear me if I talk, so okay. I'll use one of my father's C-clamps. I think that's what it's called. He had everything. You name it, he had that tool. I'm gonna pull this up higher. Yeah, right there. Be good. Nope. Maybe not. Too hard of a spot. Because it wants to slip. Let's see. Right that way. That works. Uh-oh, went through the paper. Can't go through the paper or I'll be driving around with a C-clamp on the stern of the boat. Come on. Try again. Underneath it. Hold it up like that. See if that works. All right, I got, let's smooth that off. Okay, stick, I think it's stuck. Oh, no good. There we go. I'm gonna sand it anyways, but I think, and then tomorrow when I take the clips off, the clamps off, I will, I'll fill in the areas where I have all these clamps. So what I got is finally one of them on, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like from the other side because I just temporarily placed the other stuff in there. I didn't put it in there. All right, see how that goes? This fits in the groove. It's actually going to be connected to the other Carlin on the inside after I put this in, epoxy it, put it down level. Then this gets attached to it, and the same thing happens on the other side. So then when you're running everything back here, cables and all that stuff, they hide. So it's pretty good. I mean, they're all in the little holes in the frames. So it's not so messy looking. Here, I'm going to go through with all the fairing compound and I'm going to really clean it up nice. Even though you're not going to see it, I'm going to clean it up because that's what I want to do. Besides that, I feel like I got a lot done this week. So listen, I'm going to wrap this up because my camera keeps going out on me. But thank you for watching. And if you like it, share it. Give me a comment. I love comments. Got a great one. A guy told me to kind of tip it in the cradle. I could reach in better. Very good suggestion. Then my daughter Bridget told me to maybe even make up a tool that could reach far, which was another great suggestion. I take suggestions, believe me. Thanks again, and happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope you have some great pumpkin pie. Later on. Bye.